Welcome back to the IEM Shanghai Qualifiers for the Oceania region. Once again, I'm John Allen. Joining me, Alex Snods Byfield.
Hello.
We're into the lower bracket final for this match. It's not the consolidation final, it's the lower bracket final.
Yes.
Double elimination is always
We messed that one up. We thought it was going to be Chiefs, obviously going into the lower bracket.
Yeah.
Instead, Chiefs are now on the... Wait.
Yeah, Chiefs are in the consolidation final.
Okay, consolidation final. The
This
lower...
is
all
going to be...
confusing. It's all
It
terminology.
is. Double elimination is always great fun.
I know. So... Yes, losers finals, as you said. Tainted Minds versus Order. Order, a team that I've been, dying to see really when you take a look back at the whole roster as it seems, or the organization as well. They left Kings Club, a team that I commentated at the Minors all the way back in November, October. They've now changed to Order, and they made that swap from Kings to Order for one reason. And that reason was a guy called Gerald Murphy. He's the owner of Order. He's also a business consultant within sports. He's consulted for West Ham. I've got another name written down here as well. Crystal Palace, West Ham. He's helped build their infrastructure for their teams.
Ooh.
I know, extensive sporting backgrounds. And he basically said to these players, imagine them getting leader for this team. And he said, I can offer you some of the best infrastructure within real sports as well that has tried and tested results in traditional sports. He also did the English Rugby Union team as well back in 2011. I can offer you all that experience, infrastructure, a team house, a new organization which you can dictate and help lead in terms of having their own ideas to, throw into the arguments. And you can't really turn that down, can you? How can you turn down
Apart from that, what have the Romans ever done for us?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That is quite the resume to be able to bring to a team, right? Like, you come in with that and people are instantly going to be happy with it, right? They are looking forward to it. They're looking to step up. They're looking to be practiced. They're looking to be clean. But we are looking at Order versus Tainted Minds, who, of course, did beat out Legacy in their game. So we're looking at that matchup. Tainted Minds a little bit less sort of. I haven't seen too much of them. I've not seen too much of a lot of these teams, to be honest, in the Australian scene.
What do you watch in your spare time?
Oh, and Australian Counter-Strike.
Love Island. There is Australian Love Island, mate.
Is there?
Maybe after that. Yeah. Do you not know?
Is there? Oh, I better get on it.
You better. Mate,
I'll submit my application. Yeah, absolutely. Get me in. But no. So we do have the vetoes through for this game. I don't think we have them. For on screen, but it is going to be the Order ban Dust 2.
We'll break it down. We'll break it down.
I guess we can.
So yeah, Order ban Dust 2. Obviously, Dust 2 being the permaban from Order. Then again, in terms of the map pool as well for Tainted Minds, you may as well just throw that one out there. It's your permaban. Tainted Minds can play it. Not really a big issue there for Order. Yeah,
no, that's fair enough. And then a train ban for Tainted Minds, which makes sense. It's one of Order's strongest maps that they play. They have a very, very good track record on it. So taking it off the map pool, pretty much a no-brainer.
And this is the surprising one for me. For Order coming into this one, they have the choice of Cash, Nuke, and Mirage. Obviously, Tainted Minds earlier had the loss versus Chiefs, 22-19 in overtime yesterday in the closed qualifier. So maybe because of how close that matchup was, maybe they saw some things they're scared of against Tainted Minds, so they rule Nuke out the picture. Cash has been won 2 times now, or it was won just a second ago versus Legacy, 16-14.
Yeah.
Plus, they had the 16-14 loss versus Chiefs as well on it yesterday, which means 2 16-14 games. So Tainted Minds can definitely play Cash. So that's taking out the woodwork. And what's left over is Mirage. For Order, they have these 3 maps they like to play: Cash, Nuke, Mirage. So I guess, with recent form on Tainted Minds on 2 of those maps, on Nuke and Cash, you may as well just take Mirage in there. A map that Tainted Minds have been playing so far in the qualifier. Throw that one in as a curveball. And what is next? Tainted Minds pick Nuke, actually, surprising. Okay, so Order can definitely play Nuke, which means we have a very shared map pool between these 2 teams, which obviously does usually bode well for a great competitive best-of-3. Obviously, we saw a very clean 2-0 for Greyhounds. Maybe we can see more of a competitiveness here in this best-of-3. Maybe all 3 maps if we're lucky. What's after that one? It is Order banning Overpass.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so, well, I mean, purely on statistics there, again, 83% win rate in the last 3 months on Overpass for Tainted Minds, 40% on Order. So I was surprised to not even see that go out early, but they took out Dust 2. That's their permaban. That makes sense. Tainted Minds might have felt like they should have picked it or something like that, but it didn't go that way. But yeah, they take out Overpass in this round.
And then Tainted Minds remove Cash, and Inferno's left over. Surprising. I would have thought they would have picked Cash there, but maybe it was just a map where they thought, okay, Tainted Minds have played Cash 2 times recently. They've shown very good performance on it. We can throw in Inferno. Maybe they've worked in the Inferno between tournaments that we don't know about. There can be an improvement there that goes on behind the scenes. But obviously, it's it's all very domestic for the Aussie scene. They only really can practice versus themselves because of how high their ping is to, you know, Chinese regions, to obviously North America. They're not going to be playing North American scrims versus pro teams on 110 ping, are they?
No.
So it means they have to play versus the same 4 to 10 teams monotonously over and over again. So if there is slight improvements on Inferno or other maps as well, Tainted might really know about it if they played it on them, played it versus them in Prague.
Yeah, and you do sort of, with that sort of isolation, you do get microcosmic meta, right? Like you get a very closed way of playing a map that maybe when transferred to a larger scale stage might not play so well, and it might be completely different because you develop a meta and other people play the game differently, and you kind of haven't thought about doing that, and no one's practicing that in your region. You don't know how to play against it, and that's sort of spanner in the works.
That's a good point. I was actually listening to an Alastar interview, and he said that in practice, Mirage, I don't know if you watched any of ESL IEM Katowice, if you watched any of it, but Order played versus FaZe. They didn't play for very long. I believe it was a 16-3. It was over in about 20 minutes. And in that matchup, Mirage was their pick. They were feeling confident going into this. Is what they said in the interview. They said in scrims, they were banging teams on Mirage. They thought, okay, it's FaZe. Let's go in. Dark Horse, you know, unknown quantity. Let's get the pistol. Let's steamroll them, see what we can do. They got 16-3'd. And what they said in the interview was the fact that they weren't used to teams being able to just capitalize off of their mistakes. They were too used to the tempo of Aussie CS. They weren't used to, you know, Nico running up middle, for example, Guardian being able to make the jump towards short and just literally take them out one by one towards middle. They said they constantly got orbed. They weren't positioning their utility properly, and their issues and their cracks and crevices were being exploited to a degree they were never used to. And this is the issue you have when, was it Microcosmin? Whatever you...
Microcosmic.
Anyway, that sort of idea where you have your own ecosystem and you don't have any other experience outside of it, you're not going to learn its weaknesses.
Yeah, it's not a small man called Jeremy. It's a...
I saw that one,
I like that.
You did look like a Jeremy, to be fair.
What?
Corbin.
Yeah, Micro Corbin.
Was that the joke?
That's what I was going for. I don't know. But no, it's... hopefully we'll be getting into game soon, so I can just move past this. Well, maybe. I think I've lost my...
There's plenty to talk about.
I think... No. Well, absolutely. Because, I mean, it's Counter-Strike. There's always something to talk about. But it's really interesting to see... Because, well, I think, so for instance, on that point, when people weren't capitalizing on Australian CS, I think that, as you say, it dictates the fact that the meta was so fast, it was so active, that, you know, they aren't necessarily used to people not playing that way. Yes. If that makes sense. So the fact that when enemies aren't playing that way, they're playing slow, they're playing methodical, they're closing their cracks, and they are making sure that they
closing their cracks. Sorry, mate. You've got that. Yeah, that one's got me. That one's got me.
Absolutely.
I think the game's actually live, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I was saying...
Tell me more about your crack.
I'm cracking you up is what's happening. That's
This guy's swift, mate.
Yeah, it's... But when you're not used to people not showing their weaknesses and being able to close around those, as you say, and not trying to counter you playing fast by playing fast themselves, that's a completely different change of pace, and they paid the price for it. As you say, they got 16-3'd. You need to make sure you're paying attention to how these teams are playing, where they're strong, and what they're going to be doing. And I think that's what happens when you step up from a regional to an international level.
Yes, very true. Speaking of interviews as well, got another point to throw out there as well. Imagine said in an interview, he gave the quote, "The rising tide lifts all boats." And what that means is, even though there isn't one clear favourite, you know, that's taken the mantle for the best team in Aussie CS right now, some people thought it was Chiefs for a little bit. Now it's obviously considered Greyhound with a recent run of form between two events. You know, maybe it could be Order coming in the new infrastructure they got from Gerald Murphy, Mr. Murphy. But the idea that the rising tide lifts all boats from Imagine is, if one team gets better, then they're going to practice versus the other three top teams. And then the other teams are going to practice within themselves. And then that way they all get better slowly, together. And it's all going well.
Yeah, well, it sounds... I'd quite like to be invited to that party. It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Crackers and balloons.
There we go. We are live.
There we go. So Yeah, so it's already had 2 rounds into Tainted Minds. They've managed to take home both of those, the pistol, and of course that second round, but now we are underway into round number 3. And it looks like Order are starting to step up. Of course, this is on Mirage. And now it is 3 versus 2. The bomb over towards that B side of the map. They do have the player lurking into middle, trying to push up in connector, but Offnu and Zusi are going to be playing towards that window position, looking to try and get those picks. But they're playing it. Order have slowed it way down. They've slowed it right down because they've lost 3 players early into the round. They're trying to find another pick, trying to make sure that they have the strength, they have the at least equal trade moving forwards.
Two to 0 as we go into the first buy round here. Obviously, want to see most of the action. 2 versus 3 as the round does evolve. Boost in towards window here. Liaz going to be in the position that is being held by Offman. So right now for Tainted Minds, they are expecting the CT push to come in. They have control towards B and towards A. Zusi going to be changing and swapping up his position as well from CT in towards CT. And with Offnu's frag there as well, it's all down to the 1 versus 3. Sicko now usually wielding the AWP, this time has the AK in his hands, into the 1 versus 3.
Has got the bomb as well. If he wants to try and go for the plant, try and stick it, he can go for that choice, but instead he's going to go for the trade towards bench, managed to find one. There's another player waiting in the wings, playing from short. Zusi able to find the kill from range. Tainted Minds take a 3-0 after a little bit of argy-bargy in the middle of that round.
Yeah, 3-0, good start here for Tainted Minds. Obviously, this is the map pick from Order. Maybe some of the experience garnered from going abroad. Actually, no, is that... Oh, it was kind of it wasn't Sydney. So going abroad to Poland and playing versus FaZe this map and having practice as well, because those teams do practice at the events in the hotels, so they can play versus far, far better competition than they're used to, and maybe that's going to be elevating their play. Well, anyway, let's take a look at things. As it is going to be the Eco coming out from Order. Only going to be Kevlar for Liaz. Everyone else is going to be without armor, just onto the pistols.
Trying to zone them off with utility and making a good job of it as well. 2 players sent back towards this top of long. Tainted Minds not giving away too much, but now Order have managed to find their way into mid. They've pushed up, they have control of the underpass, and Yam forced away from that window from range. Zusi's watching though. He's going to be able to take down Imagine in that mid, trying to go for the boost, and that gets shut down. So now Tainted Minds have a little bit of an inkling as to what Order want to be going for, and they can start to rotate around that. But it seems like they are going to get traded 1-4-1 now. Maybe trying to take a position up short, try and get that rifle up, but Yam figures out, he smells blood in the water, he figures out what they're trying to do, and manages to find the shot. Oh, but Sikoj finally managed to land the headshot.
2 versus 3. Burn. Harder the angle in towards connector. Aggression in towards a ramp as well from Offnu, which means they have info as to where Order may be lurking. Speaking of lurking, it's going to be that bomb onto the back of Alistair to try and creep its way in towards B-Apps as Sicko slithers up short. Can they get a drop of ins here? Because if he comes in from behind and Burn goes down, there is a chance for the flank to come in towards the B side, but it is unlikely, especially when there's no Kevlar. But how has he got in towards short when Burn is there?
Oh, Burn finally dropping down and just cleans both of them up. There was only 6 seconds left on the clock, so he knew they had to full commit, but yeah, that was a little bit of a slip-up. He let them through. He didn't need to.
Yeah, Alistair needed to get the bomb down towards the B side. That definitely would have aided themselves here in this round. Speaking of Alistair, recently having the departure from Chiefs, and he said the main reason is his dream is to play at a major, and obviously Tux,
with the problem.
The VAC ban, they can never play at a major, and that really did affect his choice going and joining Order. Obviously the fact that this organization is very well backed by a very good...
Yeah, there's no point making a move unless you have somewhere to go, right? So making the choice to go to somewhere like Order seems very smart, although it seems like they're not having the best of time in Mirage so far. 4-0 is our scoreline, and Tainted Minds have a little bit of an advantage moving forwards. It is AWP versus AWP. Both teams have got one of those big green guns on board, toting those about, trying to take that presence. Mid control being taken so far from Order. That's something they've been very strong on, is getting that control of the middle of the map. And on Mirage especially, it's a very important place to have. It's a very important bit of map control.
It is indeed. Obviously, they have mid-control now, as you said. Orb onto Seiko. He is currently going to be located towards the back boxes. Not going to be using his Orb towards short to peer in towards connector, or vice versa, Delpan to peer in towards short, playing rather reserved with the AWP. As instead, bomb in towards B apartments. Hats is going to be leaving and falling back from A ramp, which means we are going to be expecting Order to go for a B split via short and via B apartments, but they still have to get up short scot-free.
They have got Burn playing at the back of site on B site. I think they've sniffed something out. He's spotted players up short. He's playing up close to site, looking for the trade, but Alistar will be able to take it down. The rest of his team there to back him up. The bomb now on site. They're looking to get the flashbangs, and the flashbang comes out just at the wrong time. Offnu able to clean it up, but gets traded back by Seiko. Relatively sharpish. Now 4 players on the site looking for that post-plant position. They have hold on apartments. They have all over the site as well. Tainted Mines, their work would be cut out for them if they went for it, but I can absolutely back them on this play to just full save here. Not full save, they're saving.
Well, first round found by Order, second buy round at that. The round where they have the AWP onto Seiko. So Order may be a team that they play far more fluid when the AWP is into play. Obviously, when you're in practice, you're always saving for that AWP. You're constantly doing your strategy around the AWP. When you're in the server, thinking of strats, you're expecting Seiko to have that AWP, so it makes a massive difference to their default and their fluidity as a team. One of the things Alistair commented on as well was the fact that playing under Imagine versus playing under Tux is very, very different in the style of play that they use. Imagine is far looser, more of a mid-round cool style of in-game leader, which allows for his individual players to shine, and when they go for these defaults, having the AWP, having Alistair let off the leash and get aggressive and try and find entries where he wants to, plays more to his play style. So, yeah, IG
nice
up for Tainted Mines. Ooh, trying to push and get in aggressive, but it's Seiko with the run boost that actually takes advantage of it.
Yeah, he missed the shot there. I mean, that was a player standing still. He should have been able to hit that. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to, and the run boost, it does get the better of him, so they lose that AWP in mid. Unrecoverable, unfortunately, as well. As Order now need to capitalize, they need to push up, take control of short. They could think about connector as well, but they don't have the presence over towards A ramp. Actually, saying that, they do have Hats moving over there, so they could actually split A if they so choose, but the bomb's over towards B, so it feels unlikely that they're going to go for anything other than try and push up short, maybe wrap through heaven. Sorry, window.
Push in towards B apartments now from Tainted Mines, as they're going to be gaining the information that they need. The problem is, though, John, it may be too late. Oh, look at the timing here from Zusi, though. Peeks and peers in towards Palace. The push comes through, spots the bomb, and that will confirm the information that the BX players had found. Ins as well, going to be burning alive the whiskers of Alistar. So, 4 versus 3. Hats now trying to see if he can find a trade frag here to bring this back into a 3 versus 3 and even out the numbers.
A really strong position. They managed to find out the bomb, but look at where the Tainted Mines flank is coming in. They have players on the back. They're not pushing from the front, so Seiko has a chance here, but he turns his back to the enemy Burn. And will get burned for it. Zusi finds the final kill, and Tainted Mines put that 5th round up on the board. Check it out for a while as Order will be down on the ground.
Wow. 4-round deficit for Order. And that deficit may extend when you take a peer over at the buy. Let's take a look at that one. $3,000 across the board, and they'll be forcing behind it as well, so they're not going to go for the save, allow 6-1 for Tainted Mines, and then go for the buy and try to berate instead. No, 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 they will be going for the double AK buy. This is risky, John. If they lose this round, not only are they down 6-1, but their cash has been reset back to 0. And those Molotovs and the M4 bullets as well are going to be finishing the job off onto Liaz. So 4 versus 5, only 20 seconds into the round. This does not bode well for Order.
Interestingly, actually, Burn missed his incendiary grenade, and that actually meant that Liaz could push up, and actually was what got him the kill. So what was a mistake turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Tainted Mines already take the man advantage. Of course, they are playing against an eco, so it's not too much of an advantage anyway. They have 1 AK on board for Hats. Thinking about where they want to put that. I mean, they've just got to, they're just trying to go for this A site, it seems. They have the bomb waiting in the wings. That was going to be for Liaz to rotate through and pick up if they took the A site, but now Hats has to be the one to carry it on in with the charge of the Light Brigade. Moving in from Order. Connector positioning as well from Offnu. Could just pass each other by, but they're playing it a little bit slow. Here comes the push onto A site. down in through Sandwich. They have already got a forwards position, and Seiko able to roll through on Connector, takes down Ofnu. Inns gets taken low as well. 5 HP, the CZ will finish him off, lands the shot from Imagine, and the bomb gets planted. Order with a beautiful take onto the A site. Tainted Mind just completely caught unawares.
And as well, Imagine in towards CT, the bomb planted for him. Great positions here for the T's into the afterplant. As they have the man advantage, Seiko going to be unspotted as well as they just flood and flee away from middle. As Tainted Minds are now forced to save versus the essential quasi-buy or 2 AK force from Order, which brings back, well, it's a 5v4 as well, so there's only 1 AK to win that round. Crazy, crazy scenarios there as Alistair now trying to see if he can take some weapons out of the hands from the CT. He's not lucky enough to get one, as he will be dealt with handily by Zeus.
So will Seiko. He gets taken down. 2 guns saved up by Order, 3 guns saved by Tainted Minds, including an AWP. So they will have plenty of cash to be moving forward. I mean, I say plenty of cash. There's going to be at least 1 FAMAS being bought out, I imagine there, if not a UMP chucked across. But Order, they should be able to source something out as well.
5-2, round number 8. As we head into the next buy round of this matchup. FAMAS for Inns, AWP for Yam, and the MP7 for Ofnu. The cash is looking, well, once this round does conclude, if they lose it, fairly lackluster. Early frags though, and towards Palace. 1-for-1 trade here as both teams go for the 4 versus 4.
Not terrible as well with the FAMAS, but that's going to be a quick open burst onto the A site as Ofnu goes down. Imagine leading from the front, managed to get the bomb plant already. And this needs to be the retake coming in from Tainted Minds. They have the AWP, they've got 2 AKs as well. Order has very back positions on this post plant. They can get faced off. That's, ooh, just the bald dome of Imagine there, just being exposed and taken down. It is traded back though. And again, they are just shut down. Tainted Minds lose the round yet again. And Order put that 3rd on the board, so relatively close now in the first half.
Potential eco now going to be called for by Yam, as they've only got $2,000 across the board. However, they will be on the $2,400 round loss bonus, which does mean Yam can't afford the AWP going into the next buy round. Burn could afford it if he... No, he can't afford it. Actually, yes, he can afford it if he goes for no Kevlar. So, this is worrying for Tainted Minds. They're going to be lacking the AWP for their IGL, for their most consummate professional on the team, that being Yam. So
yeah.
That may impact their CT side, and they're beginning to this best of 3. But anyway, Order cleaning up the frags here versus the USPs as expected. Should be nice, clean, and a round which they need, because look at their money. They've won 2 rounds in a row, but they haven't established good economy. This is the round versus the eco. They need to do it.
Inns should hear that weapon swap. Doesn't manage to land the headshot quite. Does a bit of damage, but it's not enough. Now just Burn left alive on that B-bomb site. Has the USP and nothing else to his name. Looking to try. Elias on the side as well. We'll just spot him out. He's not going to be able to do too much. That Mech 10 will clean it up in order to put that 4th round on the board. A nice bit of money now. Starting to build up for Order, but a full buy will come out from Tainted Minds. As you say, Burn does go for the Kevlar, can't afford the AWP, so they are going full M4s here.
Yeah, no AWP. So I want to see some aggression here from Tainted Minds. If they're lacking the AWP, they either play double connector, aggressive offshore. They can play 2 towards short and boost the short player. They can push in towards B apartments as well if they wanted to. So it seems like they will be going for the double short play. I like to see. It's always good to see teams where they lack the AWP to make an adjustment.
They are going to play fast and loose on their side, though, on the side of Order. Inns playing towards that connector. He's wary of that middle, but he's got players to back him up. All 5 Order members played forwards, and Imagine again just up and gets the plant in the smoke, making sure that they have that ground, forcing Tainted Minds to play to their tempo, making sure that they have the retake. There's no kits available on any of the Tainted Minds members, so they need to play it a little bit faster than they perhaps would like to. The spray down through the smoke. Lovely little corner peek on that one. Will start them off in good stead. Inns finds another, finds a second as well underneath the dark. They know where Seiko is, doesn't get the no-scope. Zusi finds it. Hats is going to be able to take the diffuser down. They don't have any utility. Zusi has a smoke, but he gets the kill, doesn't have a kit. Is he going to be able to stick it in time? They have to run away. They aren't going to be able to save it. Tainted Minds kill every single member of Order, but they do let the bomb go through. And that is going to be yet another round. The scoreline is equal now for Order and Tainted Minds.
Heartbreaking loss there for Tainted Minds. They fight tooth and nail with that retake. Ends with an impeccable double kill, 2K towards Palace balcony and under balcony as well. But it wasn't quite enough. The last remaining player lurking in towards connector taps the head of Zusi just as the time ticked over 10 seconds. And with the lack of the defuse kit, meant the round was secured for Order. So, all squared up here as we go into round number 11. Hats with the first frag here versus the Quasi-Buy from Tainted Minds. Obviously, they have some weapons saved over. Yam with the AWP as well, but it's not in the right position to really get full effect.
Oh.
And oh my god, Burn brings some life into this round here. Zeus up towards short. We'll turn this into the 1 versus 1, and I believe Burn may have done enough here for his team.
He's managed to take down 2 on the push. Imagine, again, with that bomb, is going to be able to plant it on that B bomb site. Has got another Molotov available, so he can keep that short zoned out. He might just go for the aim duel. Zusi should spot that. And there we go. There goes the flashbang. He's trying to push down back towards the site. Looking for that pressure. He's flanked left. The shadow gets spotted, and Zusi capitalizes. Beautiful retake. A beautiful deagle shot from Burn. Not sure where he's going. You don't have a kit, so you do need to make sure you get that defuse on, my friend.
Trying to find the AWP short from Yam, I believe.
Yes, but he didn't. Without the kit, he didn't really have time to be going for that. But he does get it down. So Tainted Minds finally get around again after going 5-1. And he gets the AWP as well. So a nice little run as well from Tainted Minds.
My goodness. That's a deagle shot to remember.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those rounds where if Order let that sit in their mind, they get frustrated, they argue over the fact that they didn't get the trade kill on the deagle, it could impact them and impede them later on.
Yeah.
But let's see. Tainted Minds now on the cusp of potentially being reset as well. Only one player survived into that 1 versus 1. Which means if Tainted Minds lose this round, Order reset them fully, it goes 6-6, but we could easily be seeing a 9-6 scoreline at that point in favour of the T's. So, it all comes down to this. The money, the game, the match, all on a knife's edge. As the run boost comes in again, trying to get that same luck of the draw as before. But this means they can save a smoke, which is brilliant. They now save the top mid smoke, they can smoke off towards window straight away, they can wait for the connector smoke to eventually fade, and then they can take mid control. Smoke off the top of con, smoke off a Molotov short, flash in towards middle, take mid control as their own, and then exploit Tainted Minds.
Often trying to go for the spray down, but didn't quite manage to land it onto Alistair. And they are looking to go through that mid position. They've already found the frag. Over towards a little bit of aggression from Tainted Minds on a ramp. In's trying to actually find the trade. He's going aggressive on the rotate. He's looking to find them in the backstab, but they're already starting to push through on towards this B bomb site. Imagine, sorry.
Pretty different.
Very different. Starts with E, different words entirely. But Ofnu will take down Alistair on the push, but gets traded away. And straight away, Order have got their mojo back. They're right back into it. Lovely little headshot there from Hats. And it's just Yam left with that AWP. Gonna go and save it for a rainy day.
6-6 then. We're all tied up, but not for long. The cash is going to be reset now for Tainted Minds, and that throws a massive span of the works in regards to how their CT side may conclude.
And the AWP gets taken down as well. That will be picked up by Imagine, popped over to Order, which they probably wouldn't have been able to buy this round actually as well. So that's a nice little pickup for them. The AK, of course, they can afford that, and Tainted Minds reset.
If they force here, they can actually buy in round number 15. Yeah, this makes sense. The reason this makes sense is because there's 3 rounds left. They force this round. If they lose, they save round number 14, then they can buy round number 15. If they save here, they can buy round number 14, but if they lose it, they can't buy 15. So forcing here means they get
2 buys.
2 buys, essentially. Yeah, well, we say 2 buys. 2 M4s, essentially. Not really classified as much as a full buy, but it's definitely something to maybe get some confidence behind. But let's see.
Yeah.
Zusi in towards CPL, holding for the short aggression. As Tainted Minds play very passive here towards middle, situating themselves towards the A site in close proximity. As here comes the burst towards the A site from Order. The set play here from Tainted Minds could be spot on perfect.
Well, we saw what Burn was able to do with the deagle last round Are they going to be able to echo it on the A site already? They've lost Yam. That's one of the M4s, one of their big guns coming out. Ins needs to come up big, but he's not able to do it. Offnu and Burn actually rotating in. Offnu finds 2 with the 5-7. The bombs drop towards A ramp. There's a player from Order all the way over on B site. If Tainted Minds can go, they can pick up some guns, they can get that position. This is a brilliant turnaround on the eco. This force buy could go very well for them right now. Order, they're trying to rotate in. Lias isn't quite there yet. Hat's very, very low. Even those pistols will be able to take him down. 14 HP left. The bomb is dropped in the open as well. Order slip up on round number 13.
30 seconds left here. As the bomb is dropped in the open towards the A site, it's Hats with the AWP. Spots out the leg of, or the shoulder even, of Zeus towards CT, allowing for Liaz to maybe expect a player holding for connector. But where is Offnu?
Ooh, Hats tries to go for the pre-fire. They start the push and Zusi just peeks out straight away. Takes him down. Offnu just playing an off angle. Zusi will get shaded down, and there we go. The 5-7 lands the headshot. And on the force by, Tainted Minds win the round here on Mirage on their CT side.
The only
that's changed their economy, though.
Yeah, the only worrying thing I can think of about that last round was Tainted Minds made that call very last minute, and they didn't take a pause for it. So,
yeah.
If that round didn't work out, that could have been very frustrating to lose. But they didn't even need the pause to work out what they were buying. They didn't even need to, well, the pause to work out where they're going to have their CD setup located. They stack 3 players close towards ramp, and it pays its dividends back tenfold.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something you can theory craft ahead of time, right? Like you say, okay, if we're in this situation, we've got 3 rounds left, we're low, we force buy, then we can buy round number 15 kind of thing. That might just be one of their set plays that they have in the back pocket. So a nice little sharp decision coming out. And it looks like they're going to have another sharp decision in finding 2 headshots from Burn. Again, he's been such an anchor on this B bomb site. Whenever Order decide to go there, he's just shredding them. And Zusi's there as well. Gets 2 for himself, and it's just Lias, and Yam makes short work of him.
8-6. Tainted Minds showing some good form here into the latter portions of this first half as we go into the 15th. Force buy required as it is the last from Order. And thereby, it's just going to be 3 Deagles, 2 CZs. In terms of utility as well, no Molotovs, just 3 smokes, 3 flashbangs. They could even fake an execution towards A. Obviously, 2 players going towards underpass right now. And
ooh,
maybe they don't even need to sell a fake here as they find the entry towards the site. In's caught with a grenade in his hand. The Molotov not going deep enough.
yeah, the bomb is a little bit towards A site. They have some presence towards B, and you can see it's rotating all the way through, gets dropped over towards that B side of the map. Hat's managing to sneak his way out.
I just realized
to the corner in Palace.
Maybe the reason why Burn's Molotov usage is so good is because his name looks like Burn You, okay?
Okay.
Burn You, okay?
Okay.
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 Anyway, enough of the tangent, that was awful. Minute 10 left from the
No,
clock.
it's Burn,
here.
are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Burn, are you okay?
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we are digressing here as the round does slow down. Minute left from the clock here. Bomb still in towards T-Spawn, so Order have plenty of time to work with as they smoke out the top of connector. It's going to be Alistar retrieving the bomb as well towards T-Spawn. And it's going to be the split through connector and through ramp as well. Offnu with the AK towards CT. Zusi situated on the balcony towards the A site. They have the correct positions to hold this, but can they do it versus the firepower of Order?
There's a full flank coming through mid as well. That's a really dangerous position, especially for Zusi. He's looking to counter the push from ramp, but could get spotted out by Imagine there. Does, in fact, go for the trade and goes down to the Deagle. Now it's just Offnu on the A site. He needs to come up big, finds 1 kill already, down to 20 HP, and there's a lovely little Deagle shot from Seiko. The bomb pushes its way onto the A bomb site. A push from Imagine as well could find something. Yam lands the shot through the smoke. Doesn't quite get all the damage he needs. Burn starting to move in through connector, has a flank on his right, needs to be careful, gets shut down by it, finds 1 in the meantime, but now it's just Yam with that CZ, managed to pick up 1. He has 2 players to face off against, goes for the AK instead, relatively wise. There's the flashbang, has the defuse kit available as well, looking for the player playing in ramp, which is Hats. Goes down to the shot from the AK, and Order win the final round to take the half very, very close, 8-7 in favor of Tainted Minds.
Wow, 7 rounds for Order on the T side. Is that enough of a buff-up going into the CT side defense? For Tainted Minds, they're going to be happy with that half, considering that at that 6-6 mark, it could have easily tilted. 9-6 in favor of Order when he took a look at the cash from Tainted Minds. They had a good read of stacking 3 players towards the A site with their force. And obviously worked out in the end for them. Well, well, well. Tainted Minds looking good. Obviously, it's the map pick here from Order. And they are on their CT side, the favoured side here on Mirage. IEM going to be tested here on the T side of Mirage in terms of his cooling.
Yeah.
And the pistol makes a big difference here. We always talk about the pistol round and how if it's 10-5 or 11-4 that the team, the underdogs, need to get the pistol to have a chance to stay in it. Or vice versa if the team leading gets that pistol advantage. However, here at 8-7, Order win it, they go 10-8 up, and the money's in their favour so they can afford Molotovs for middle back boxes. They can afford Molotovs for retakes, Orbs if they want to, double upset if they need to. Tainted Minds, if they win this one, it goes 11-7, and the cash is in their hands. They have the chance for a reset as well against Order if they win the first buy round. Massive advantage there. So, for IEM and the boys, can they bring it home with the pistol victory? And right now, in terms of firepower as well, it's definitely going in their favour. Burn and Zusi delivering the goods. But then again, there were a lot of saves from Tainted Minds. That might be why the frags are lower on Order.
We'll have to wait and see how they're going to be able to perform. As you say, IEM needs to be calling on this T side with strength, with certainty. And it looks like they're going for the speed, violence, execution onto B site. They drop down straight out the windows, no resistance to be seen, only up short. That's where they get the fire laid down from, but they're playing close. They spot out the boost, they know he's up there, and they're just going to keep going through, rolling it on, but 2 kills go through. Finally, the Ass able to reload, get the headshot as well. Now it's just 1 player left alive for Tainted Minds as they overcommit down short and get absolutely balled down, but there we go, a lovely headshot for the Ass. Now it's just Hats. Has not got a defuse kit. Managed to land the headshot, so it won't matter. And there we go, the first round going over to Order with a nice retake and up the short as well. That was a real close fight, which should have favoured the Glocks, but ended out the CT side.
Yeah, now we're all squared up here. 8-8, Order going to be taking the second half pistol, which is good. Tainted Minds won the first pistol on their CT side, so the pistol's going 1-for-1 means we have the fairest matchup going into the second half as we head into round number 17. It will be the Eco coming out from Tainted Minds as the bomb was planted. They can save this round, get the AKs into round number 18 and try and claim the first buy round as their own. And the real goal here for Tainted Minds is to get the bomb planted. Obviously, the way they're playing here, all stacked up towards the bottom of mid or the back of middle. They're hoping that someone from Order pushes in towards mid, gets information, gets greedy, and gives away their first frag. But it's unlikely as the peak comes in towards middle. Long-range jaws with Glocks, not really the favoured angle for them.
They are going to try and keep the suppressing fire down. They will actually go for the trade, but imagine playing in that connector will be there, and Lias just pushes around the corner a short. They find two kills, but that is going to be it. Both M4s saved up as well. So again, Tainted Minds not able to get the plant, but they will be able to go for the buy here in round number 3 of the half.
First buy round of the second half then. Oh, look at the utility from Tainted Minds as well. For a third round buy, typically you're looking at an AK, you know, Kevlar, 1 smoke, 1 flash, but these guys right now, armed to the teeth, as it is. Smoke towards window early on, going to be conceding mid-control for Order, as they play more passive back towards short and connector. And this allows for a push in through B-apps from Alistar, close range with the MP9, as he's about to be tested.
Playing fast and loose, Alistar finds one, traded back as the push continues, but it's slowed down by Molotov just being chucked right in front of them. The rotate, though, is full from Order. They absolutely commit to this B bomb site hold. But is it too soon to go for that full commit? Because Tainted Minds, they're really unsure of themselves right now. They still have that bomb really far forwards towards B. It feels like they want to go for a commit. Maybe they've tried to fake out Order, falsifying that rotate away, drawing 2 of those players off, forcing them to spread out. They have still got Ofnu on the short, ready to step up when he needs to, with no one watching that position. He is incredibly dangerous there. Well-placed utility now for Tainted Minds. Ofnu, the flank, gets taken down as they do burst onto the B site. 3 kills go over quickly, and now it's 2 versus 1. Hats left in the kitchen, has the defuse kit. No utility, though, as Ince has the nade and 2 flashbangs. Trying to spot it out. They don't know where he is just yet. They think he could be coming from apartments. They are aware of that kitchen position. He's out the window. Does get spotted out by Zusi. Goes for the headshot around the corner. There's the nade coming through, trying to get some damage down. He's going for those 1 versus 1 peaks, trying to manage them around each other's angles and get that aggressive peak. Lands a lovely headshot. Now it's just Zusi in a 1v1. And Hats comes in clutch again. Tainted Minds get taken down and Order have a brilliant 3rd round.
Wow, that could be a round. A game-winning round and a game-winning play as well. 10-8 as Hats delivers the goods again for Order. 2-run advantage as we go into round number 19, and not only is the money going to be lacking here for Tainted Minds, but the mental fortitude as well to lose 2 clutches like that.
Yeah.
Well, 10-8. Pause now for Tainted Minds as they have to try and recalibrate themselves going forward.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That's the sort of situation that you shouldn't be losing, really. Hats played it incredibly well. He was only ever peeking 1 of their angles, and if he did peek 2, he always had cover to fall back to straight away during that little interaction, which is exactly how he needed to play it. He landed the headshot over towards Van, and then won the trade. Zusi played a little bit passive for me in that 1v2. He was behind the wall at the back of B site, and then just sort of fell back instead of going for an aggressive peek out.
Well, it made sense because Inns had his cross, so in theory he should have peeked when Inns took contact.
Yeah,
but
he was late to that.
Yeah. So it's going to be the eco here coming up for Tainted Minds. They're not going to force back against Order. They are going to take a round of the chin. As early on it goes 4 for 4. Minute 30 left on the clock as the bomb makes its way in towards B apartments. As Alistar pushed off a shot, going to be leaving B alone. Obviously, they have the defuse kit onto Hans. No Molotovs, but they had the firepower advantage. They can play retake on B if they need to. So they're not worse for wears as of yet. And they still really do anticipate an A play coming out from Tainted Minds.
Stack up over towards B. Of course, on a 4v4, no utility. You've got to do something bold, something brash, and again, they're just going to go out from apartments, try and take that B bomb site. They've had success getting the plant, not so much success getting the after plant, but that's not what they're looking for here in this round. They just want to get that bomb down, get that extra cash on board. They know there's a player short. They need to play fast towards Kitchen, but Imagine is already there, already in place. Alistar up the short. As Imagine will just start raining all the damage he needs to. He finds the final one. Alistar in Order take that 11th round against Tainted Minds. Now the money's back, so they will have a full gun round. Tainted Minds really need to be able to pick this one up, otherwise they're going to be in dire straits.
Well, let's see. That obviously was the eco on the last one, so we can't really look into it too much. Round number 20. Let's see what Tainted Minds can bring to the table. What's YAM going to be calling? Are they going to go for more of a default play? Is YAM going to try and get an entry with this orb? Peek in towards B, try and catch someone jump spotting. Rotate back around towards middle, maybe take mid control here off of Order. But then again, the way Seeker plays mid is he goes window every round, he gets smoked off every round, he then goes to connector, and this means there is no information for Order.
Well, this is all the information they need, maybe, as Alistar is just playing up on the balcony. I don't think they've spotted him yet, but it doesn't matter because Lias is just shredding through them. Inns actually burns him alive. Finally, they spot out Alistar. Alistar didn't peek out. He didn't go for those trades. He knew that that damage was coming through, but he didn't even look down on the ground to watch for the window jump. Maybe missed a little bit of a trick. Maybe they could have got one more frag, but now it's a 3 versus 3 retake coming out from Order. Burn playing towards bench as YAM picks himself up. Hats, the clutch master on B site. So they don't have their ace in the hole. Seiko gets shut down as well, and now sorry, not Seiko. Seiko's the last man left standing. Will actually shut down Burn. Has the AWP, but YAM has one as well, and we'll shut it out. So there we go. Tainted Minds put that round back on the board on their B site. Take a nice play coming out from them.
Solid play. Simple, yet effective. Go in for the B burst. Liaz with the first 2 frags for Order, but Alistar, Liaz both going down to Burn. Are you okay? Once the site was in their favor, 3 versus 3, great after plants, and this time they played the man advantage far better than they have done prior. So, with how close these rounds have been, 1 versus 1s, clutches from Hats, their cash was never established on their CT side, which means you lose 1 buy round, and here you are now on to a full eco. So we should be seeing double digits here for Tainted Minds as well.
Nice pre-fire coming out there from Inns, landing the headshot eventually. Lias goes down to Burn, are you okay? And Seiko gets backed off. As the rest of Order are rotating in through connector, through jungle as well. No kits available, just the pistols. They are outgunned right now, outmanned as well. Looking to try and take the pressure, but it's a very difficult situation to try and push in on this. You don't really have much to save. Other than Hats might want to go and save that Kevlar and CZ, but even then it's not the best. They're probably just looking for those exits. Unless Seiko actually wants to go aggressive here, but I think it would be a death sentence if he did. Only a P250 to lose though, so not the end of the world. They are just going to be looking to back it off. Actually managed to pick himself up an AK. Might be able to get away with this one as well if he gets far enough away from the site. Does go down.
Unlucky.
Yeah, not quite able to grab that, but it was a nice thought, and the P250 loss isn't the end of the world anyway.
11 to 10. Round number 22. Pause for Order. So, this is the awkward situation where you get hard reset, you go for the save, and you still do not have enough cash to go for the buy into round number 22. So, they may even have to go for a second save here, John, allowing for 11 to 11, basically conceding the advantage they managed to gain when they're 11 to 8 up, just from losing one buy round. And definitely makes things a lot more awkward for themselves going forward because they've given up their advantage and their buffer. And now, another eco here for Tainted Minds. And yes, they've only got $2,000 across the board aggregately. But if they have another clean round of 4 or 5 players staying alive, suddenly Tainted Minds now are the ones with the cash advantage. They're the ones that can afford a rebuy if they lose the next buy round. And they're the ones that can actually reset Order going forward.
Tainted Minds strats seem to be go to B apartments and then see what happens at the moment. Not necessarily panning out the best for them. There's some flashes. Going through, they are starting to win a couple of rounds, but they don't win the trade. Zusi goes down to a CZ close. The bomb's still over towards B apartments. Nobody left standing on that B side. This could be, they could be trying to sell this fake. I mean, they have got the men over there. There's no one there for Order on B site. They seem to have stacked on this A side. And with the presence of Burn in underpass as well, I think they've been fooled. I think they've been taken for a fool. They're just going to be unanswered on B.
Checkmate here towards the B side from Tainted Minds as they just waltz their way through. Flashbangs coming in as well as the bomb can now be planted. Perfect after plants. Yes, they can save the AK from the corpse of Zusi, but that will be the consolation victory as the round will go in favor of Tainted Minds so far. We've been wrong before. I've been wrong before.
There is an AK for Alistar, taken off Zusi. You can get the frag onto Burn. Or maybe if it doesn't look like they're going aggressive. I think they are just full stacking for exit frags here. Burn trying to check those angles. Alistar might actually peek him at the wrong time. Does get spotted out. There's the AK down. Can get picked up though by Seiko. Not sure he's going to be expecting a second player there. Does spot it out in the end. Looking for the rest of them, but Seiko's through. He finds 1, 2, looks for the third, has the CZ, pulls it out. Offnu pushing around the side, gets taken down. Seiko is absolutely on a tear. Only one player left for the tease. Yam will find 2, but that is a lot of damage done to Tainted Minds' economy. They'll be able to pull through. I think they'll be all right.
I think they're all good, mate.
Yeah.
11 to 11 then. Buys for both teams. Order have waited 3 rounds for this moment. And what's it going to culminate to? All for Seiko. 4 M4s to round off the rest of the CT buy. And in terms of utility, is strong as well. 5 Molotovs. And the defuse kits for Imagine and Hats. So they've got everything they can ask for. This is the situation now for Order where they've saved 3 rounds for this. They have to get the win here. Otherwise, Tainted Minds are going to be strolling ahead with a very comfortable lead by 1 round, but also momentum on their back as well.
Pushing in this time, we're seeing an A-side take. Out of character, but it seems to be completely in their favor unless you run into a couple of nades, which is what Zusi was wont to do there. The bomb planter gets taken down as well with a nice peek from Imagine. They're losing players, they're losing health. The bomb starts to get planted again, and once more, Imagine just peeks out, deals death from the stairs, and Alistar will find the other 2. Order have a beautiful retake on A site. It was hardly even a retake, to be honest.
It's more just Imagine teaching Tainted Minds Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it was a lesson.
Yeah, but...
A seminar?
I don't know.
It was quite a short one, so I guess a lesson.
There's many CS players in seminars.
Is there not?
Probably not, mate.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't go to seminars, so...
12 to 11. Order, picking up the round, thanks to Imagine. Basically working the gap in the smoke as the bomb went down, then perfectly timed flashbang as the stairs smoke faded, which basically shrouded his peak perfectly. Got his team the advantage. Once again though, Tainted Minds positioned outside the A site. Now they have Offnu in towards middle to go for the 4-1 style of CS to force the rotations to keep them in towards connector, but will it be enough? A lack of utility says no.
Shut down, they're starting to push through. Tainted Minds equalized though. They have now got control. The bomb is down, however. With the AWP getting dropped, Order have a weakened position, but the player flanking from short could deal a lot of damage, could make sure that they have that position yet again. They regain control of Palace, but the smoke is there. Sorry, jungle. To block off the vision, Offnu will make sure that they can't sneak back on in, and does get spotted out through the window. The bomb is down on A site, so they do need to go and pick it up. They do need to get that planted, because at the moment they're sort of wasting time. They're allowing Order to move around them to get the advantage. With Offnu pushing up, he gets shut down yet again. That was the amount. They left the bomb for too long. They allowed Order to rotate through, and they got the advantage. But there's the peak on the bomb. Watches towards short, actually lands the headshot. Hat's very low. Now plants for short. Hats has rotated, so he's in towards jungle. Gets the plant, drops down towards mid. Pushes up through connector. Will Offnu be able to sniff this one out? The shadows are in his favor. He should see that come through. Does in fact see it. And there he goes, the shot, the pre-fire. Nice, clean end to the round, even if it was a little bit messy in the middle.
Karma comes back round full circle. Circle? Circle. It's been a long day. Full circle.
Circa round 24.
Yeah, maybe. As all of the ones having all the clutches and all the crazy rounds going in their favor. But this time, it's Offnu to secure himself the 1 versus 2. And make this game all squared up as we head into the 25th. 12 to 12, and the buy isn't looking too strong here from Order as well. UMP for Sicko, FAMAS for Hats, and the lack of the AWP as well. They've decided to push double off short and basically leave Alistar alone towards the B site. This could end very, very badly here, John.
He's all alone on his lonesome. They do go for the 1-for-1 trade. A lot of damage being dealt to both sides at this point.
Wow, that's through the smoke as well.
Through the smoke, able to clean up the kill. The plant should go through. One player playing in towards market. Lias playing up short. Sicko trying to go for the AK instead of paying attention to the player. And was pushing him down, but now it's just Zusi. Left in a 1 versus 2. Will spot out Hats. The player short gives away his position as well, so now he knows where he needs to be playing around. The spray comes through. It's not quite enough. 52 HP to play with. Needs a couple of headshots through the boxes. He knows he's peeking left, but doesn't able to cover the angle in time in order to take yet another round. And that's going to mean that Tainted Minds, they're going to be really struggling now. 13-12 on the board. Their money's down. They need to save, so they're going to be looking at a 13-12 score. 14-12.
Yeah, they couldn't quite get the bomb down. Oh, sorry, the bomb was planted, but even then, it's not quite enough to allow themselves to buy into this one. So, in terms of cash, they can force it, try to reset the economy for Order, or they can take this round the chin, eco 1 round, allow Order to get to 14, and try and fight back 14-12 down. This is the map pick, remember, from Order as well. The next map will be Nuke, and that is the pick from Tainted Minds. So they're already showing up well on Order's map pick. So it does bode well going to Nuke. However, oh, what's that?
Looks like a spray, but like on a
spray?
slant.
Oh, they've got rid of it. Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter, he's dead now. Ins will be deleted, as will that graphical bug, but Offnu is able to trade it back. These pistols have done so well for Burn before, so hopefully we're able to see him repeat his Deagle performance, but Offnu certainly won't be able to emulate his teammate. He's pushing up through connector and just gets shut down from short. Just a Glock. Turns it in for a P250, but in turn trades that for his life. And 14-12 now on the scores. It's Order's chance to start to take this one home, put the pressure up.
Indeed it is. 2 rounds away here from Order to close out the first map in their favor. As they still lack the ult for Seiko. Still putting up the numbers though, 23 kills for him so far into this matchup. So, Tainted Minds, they've had success towards the B side, but has the success come to an end as Order are making the right adjustments? Alistar's playing more passive now, not playing on the balcony. He's allowing for Tainted Minds to jump out and walk into his crosshair essentially, or jump into his crosshair. They're adjusting as well to the smokes towards B. Alistar playing the back of the site, buying time for the rotates. Liaz with a good spam through the smokes as well. He's got that lined up. So they've made the right adjustments now to counter the Tainted Minds B focus. As it's going to be the fake in towards B. They run through the fire and the flames. They get the first entry onto Liaz, but is that enough?
It was a very, very heads-up play, actually, to go through the fire. They weren't expecting him to push all the way there. He had just the right tempo with the bunny hops as well to make it through that window. Which means that they are able to get a couple of kills. The bomb being planted over on the A site. The players now equalized, but the damage to Order definitely not in their favor. Post-plant playing up towards Connector means that that flank goes a little bit to Hay. And they trade it back. That's another round coming in for Tainted Minds. They're able to bring it back. That's the round they needed to win, of course. On that buy is absolutely crucial. But now, even now, their economy still looking a little bit shaky. They lose 1 round, and that's pretty much it.
Back onto the eco. This time that they have more cash to work with, you know, $2,000 across the board, so they can save 1 before they're to save for 2. So, should be seeing a 14-14 scoreline. But what have they got here to try and get to 50? 3 sets of Kevlar, 1 smoke, C sets across the board as well. So it isn't the best buy, but Hats has the AK, has Kevlar to back it up as well. And he lined the 1, 2, couldn't quite get the 3rd. It's a deuce to actually get the double frag. And now we go all squared up to the 2 versus 2. The HE gonna connect substantial damage onto Imagine as the favor is now in the hands of Tainted Minds.
Burn playing on site, starting that plant up. Ins playing towards CT. They know where the planter is. They're not entirely sure where the next guy is, but probably have an inkling. They've cleared from Connector. And Ins just jumps on the ticket booth and dishes out the dirt as Tainted Minds bring it back even yet again. 14-14 on Order's map pick, Mirage. Very strong performance coming out now. So I'm looking at this round, and this is the closest it can be, right? It's a gun round. It's whoever wins this takes it to 15 rounds, guarantees at least overtime for their team, and gives them the chance to win it as well on the first map of this best of 3.
Oh, a Go TV bug. That might mean that this is a 16-14 win for which team?
Oh. Oh.
We don't know which team, obviously.
Yeah.
But usually that bug happens with Go TV when the game ends. Obviously, it's 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, we'll have to...
So let's see which team does get to 16. It's a 5 versus 4. Liaz with the first frag already. In towards B short. Tainted Minds. Smoke out towards short. Smoke in towards window. Grenades and utility going to be dished out towards the mid vicinity of the map as they're going to go for the A split here. Minute 15 seconds left on the clock.
Seiko playing up in Connector. The flashbang goes through, trying to blind him out. They don't check the angle, they pay the price. Seiko finds both and the bomb carrier as well. They can full rotate around this. They can play absolutely to their tune. And Order have a massive advantage moving forward. 2 players left alive for Tainted Minds. Ins up in the palace as Hat's able to take Zusi down. Only able to take 1 with him. They know where Ins is. They can drop the utility, finds 1 up close. But only 40 seconds left. And the bomb is down in control of the CTs. Going to really struggle to get this one back. It looks like Order might be able to take this one to 15.
Yeah. 1 versus 3 here for Ins. 38 points of health. But let's see what he can do. First peek comes through. Gets the tag onto Alistar. Going to be falling back to the left side of Con. Has the backup of Alistar. Sorry, Liaz as well. So 2 mines are better than 1 tainted one. And Ins' HP is definitely tainted, as he's down to 36, walks through the crossfire, and there you have it, 15-14. And with the, well, dramatic irony, what's the word you'd say for it? Foreshadowing of the...
Foreshadowing, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a 16-14.
Dramatic irony is a literary device used to
so when the audience knows,
when the audience knows something that the
actors don't.
Yeah, that the characters don't.
Exactly. So we know that this is going to end 30 rounds, but these players currently don't.
Exactly, because it's... Yeah,
it was
exactly.
good. It was
yeah,
good.
no, dramatic irony. It was the right usage. I'm very impressed. Well done.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is... Yeah. condescending. That was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was, absolutely. I'm glad you clocked onto that. Normally you don't.
No. I usually just zone out when you start talking.
You and everyone else, it seems. But anyway.
Sorry, what was that?
What? Order
15 to 14. Might be the last round of the map. Obviously, we need to take a look at the buy as well. Zusi with the Galil. Apart from that, no rifles to add to the firepower here for Tainted Minds as they line up for the smokes towards A. And here we go. Grenades are deployed. Can they overthrow A?
The fast push, and they're getting shut down with these pistols. Quick sprays coming out from Hatson, imagine. Zico chimes in, finds 2, and a very quick cleanup coming out. And Order do take the 16-14 win on their map pick, Mirage. Of course, it is a best of 3. We've got a bit more to go, but that was a very close game on both sides.
It was 16 to 14. Obviously, Tainted Minds is a team that loses a lot of games. 16 to 14, as we've seen so far. Lots of losses in overtime, lots of best of 5 losses. You know, there's games where, I think it was the Katowice qualifiers and the Sydney qualifiers as well, where they go 2-0 up in their best of 5 and they lose 3-2.
Right.
Actually, I'm trying to remember which team it was. I can't pinpoint it, but one of the players from one of the teams in the qualifying interview said they're not afraid of Tainted Minds because they're so used to them choking when it matters. And you could argue that's another example of it. 14 to 14, they let that one slip, it goes 16 to 14. Now onto their map pick, can they try close it out?
Yeah, so whilst we get ready for that, we are going to go to a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we will be back. We will be playing Nuke, which is Tainted Minds map pick.
Yep.
And we will be coming back with that action, so make sure you stay tuned.